A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusion.
This is Lost in Dreams Radio.
I wonder.
Dance music from around the globe.
Let's be crazy when we're young. Crazy when we're young.
For you, my hope. Stand by for Lost in Dreams Radio.
Welcome back to the second edition of Lost in Dreams Radio. I'm your host, Taylor Kade, and if this is your first time tuning in, this is a brand new monthly radio show for Insomniac's newest festival brand and label, Lost in Dreams, dedicated solely to future bass, melodic dubstep, and vocal-driven dance music. The first festival has just been announced. It's going to be 3 full stages, taking over the downtown Las Vegas Event Center and surrounding streets on Labor Day weekend, September 4th and 5th. More than 45 artists are going to be transporting fans into a universe of their own making, transcending genre boundaries against the backdrop of an unparalleled visual experience. We've got names like Griffin, Seven Lions, Dabin, Nurko, Crystal Skies, Fairlane, and so many more. Tickets and curated travel packages are on sale right now. Go to lostindreamsfestival.com and you can find all the information on the festival. Now, this is a radio show, so let's get into some music. Today on the second episode, I have new music for you from Nitty Gritty, Manila Killa, Rossi, Seven Lions, AU5, Danny Olson, Illenium, Last Heroes, and so much more. Also, I've got 2 special guests joining me later on. Both Crystal Skies and Nurko are going to be calling in. It's going to be a great episode. First up is the latest Cave-On release. We previewed this for you on the last show. This is called Dream, out now on Lost in Dreams, featuring Sarah DeWarren, and this is a smash. Lost in Dreams Radio, episode 2. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Insomniac Radio.
Been diving in the dark, below the surface, where the hurt is. Breathe the smoke into my heart, till it's beating, I'll be healing. I close my eyes, swimming deep in the stars. I know it's paradise. One touch takes me out my mind, out my body. I'm falling deep, don't leave me dying from this I'm falling deep. let the skeletons hide. Let them all know why. It's the simple things in life. You walk away, I'm like, all I want is you. It's a cold damn world at times, so warm me up at night. All I want is you, is you, is you. Losing time, losing sleep, running all night through the streets, chasing after you and me. I want the simple things. Losing time, losing sleep, running all night through the streets, chasing after you and me. The simple things.
Lost in Dreams Radio.
Out, that's when the sun will rise. it all down? Was it just lies and lullabies to make me stay? I thought I knew every shade of you, but I can't color in the lines you always break. And as we fall apart, it all unravels, secrets in the dark. When I look back at what we had, all that I let go is nothing but shadows. Whoa, you fade away in the light of day. All that I let go, nothing but shadows. Whoa. All that I let go, nothing but shadows. Whoa.
Something good over the edge. Pull back and I can see your eyes are getting red. Oh darling, loving you was never innocent. I didn't mean to make you cry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Every time I wanna stay, I end up at goodbye. And we too good at telling lies. Sometimes even I believe them. Every time I break a heart, I end up breaking mine. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you
Stand by for Lost in Dreams Radio.
This is Insomniac Radio. Right now, you're listening to the second episode of the brand new Lost in Dreams Radio, and I have some very special guests on the line with me. It's Crystal Skies. How you doing, guys?
Hey man, what's up?
Doing well.
So first of all, congratulations on the new record out this week. All to You, out on Lost in Dreams. It's a collab with Fairlane. We're going to get into that in a second. But before that, I got to take it back a little because, elephant in the room. We just came out of a worldwide pandemic. How was the last year for you guys? And how does it feel now? Shows are back, festivals are being announced, and life is getting to some sort of normalcy again.
For me, if I'm really glad to have things starting to come back to normal, as I'm sure lots of other people are as well. I feel like we were really ready to make some big moves right as the pandemic was happening. And then everything kind of just came to a halt. And obviously we weren't the only ones in that boat, but it did give us a chance to really focus on the music and, figure out the direction we wanted to go. So in that sense, from a creative standpoint, it did help a little bit to just, have some distance from all of the shows and everything and just focus specifically on the music. But with that being said, we're really, ready to get back out there and get things moving again. So really glad that, things are going in that direction.
Absolutely. So you guys have been putting out music pretty consistently for, almost 7 years now. And during that pandemic, like you said, a lot of artists seemed to slow down for a while and kind of, some of them even took a break from releasing. But you guys actually released a bunch of tunes in 2020. Was there a strategy behind that when it happened, or did you just kind of keep the train rolling from before?
I think it was something like the pandemic, like us and a lot of our other peers too. The mental issues during that time were pretty crazy up and down, and that was a really good outlet for us to kind of just not really focus on what was happening, but more of like, hey, how can we channel this into something that we enjoy doing? So yeah, that's where all that output came from for us.
Right. So for those who don't know, you guys had the second release on the new Lost in Dreams label, Crazy While We're Young, with JT Roach, followed up by a remix pack for it, then another release with Danny Olson called Like Water, and then another one this week with Fairlane, All to You, which I mentioned before. These tracks are all absolute fire. They feel really fresh on the production side, also relatable. It almost feels to me like it's a new chapter of the project almost for you guys. It's kind of in the works. Does it feel like that for you guys, or can you talk a little bit about these records specifically?
Yeah, so definitely one thing that we're aiming to do going forward is to try out some new directions with the sound. And with those three examples that you mentioned, definitely they're three unique and different tracks. And, hopefully people can hear our influence on them, from the style that they're used to hearing from us. But at the same time, like with the JT track, certainly a lot more folk influence in that one. A lot more sort of singer-songwriter influence as well compared to like the melodic dubstep stuff we've done in the past. So just something we've been wanting to do for a while, especially working with a great vocalist like JT, where that kind of approach to the track really lets his amazing vocals shine and really, carry the track. And, we come in with our instrumental part and the drop, of course, but we're really trying to take that kind of approach, a little bit more of a drawn back production on that one. And then for the Danny Olson track, since he has such great command of sort of the orchestral sounds that he's been using, we were really excited to work with him and see how that sort of meshed with our sound. And so, hopefully Like Water, that one blended those two styles in a way that people enjoyed. And then, yeah, with the new Fairlane collab, that's another collab that we've had kind of on the radar for a while. Good friends with Fairlane, and we've always really been into his stuff. So it's really great to work with him on a track and sort of combine our styles there. And hopefully, people are enjoying it.
Yeah, you guys have had, like I said, just track after track after track, not to mention your recent collabs with Seven Lions and Midas. And is this a sign for what's to come this summer? Can you give them any tidbits about what you guys have on the way as well?
Yeah, we have the, show-wise, we've got the whole tour with Midas coming all throughout, starting in July, going to January. We got a few festivals that we're going to announce as well. And as far as music goes, we're going to keep releasing singles from our album, and that will be out relatively soon.
Well, I can't wait to hear that. And speaking of shows, you just got announced to play the first ever Lost in Dreams Festival in downtown Las Vegas with Insomniac. Can you guys tell us a little bit about your excitement for that festival in specific, and maybe what the fans can expect in your set?
Yeah, for sure. Well, personally from me, never been to Vegas, so that's going to be really exciting and fun. The lineup is sick, so we're definitely really stoked to be a part of it. And as far as our set goes, we're probably going to continue to like drop some heavy stuff, but we're going to be throwing some fresh stuff in there as well from our album and from some other sources. We're going to try to keep it engaging and interesting. So not to give too much away, but just definitely stay tuned. It's going to be hopefully a really dope experience for people that come out.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely going to be there for that set. I can't wait to see what you guys have coming for us this summer, musically and from the show front. If you guys want to see Crystal Skies and the rest of the amazing lineup play on Labor Day weekend in Vegas, head over to lostindreamsfestival.com where you can find all the info. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on the show to chat with us.
Heck yeah, dude. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
We're going to get into their new record right now, the one we just spoke about. This is the new Crystal Skies and Fairlane collaboration, All To You, featuring Micah Martin. It's out everywhere now. It's the latest Lost in Dreams release. You guys are hearing it here on Lost in Dreams Radio.
In the mix on Insomniac Radio.
I feel your words in a sacred way. You're crossing the boundaries of where I can stay. I feel the words start to float away. Those scars are reminders that we're okay. I don't wanna run away from my mistake. I'm not running away. I just wanna take them all on face to face. I'm not afraid. You've seen the worst of sadness as you heal all my wounds. You drove away my madness. I owe it all to you. I'm fine now that I'm finally safe. I let you lead me into this foreign place. I found out that we're here to stay. Love and lasting shelter under your embrace. I don't wanna run away from my mistake. I'm not running away. I just wanna take them all on face to face. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. You've seen the worst of sadness as you heal all my wounds. You drove away my madness. I owe it all to you. Hates me.
Lost in Dreams Radio.
How do you walk away from something that feels like home? Your sanity holds on for dear life, but onwards you go. Caught in the unforgiving something that we know. The force is strong, the tide is high. It's like we can't let go. Like water, we flow till we fall, pulled under until we lose it all. Like water, we float till we fall. There's no ending until we lose it all. Until we lose it How can you doubt yourself yet know there's nothing more? This feels so familiar. I've been here before. Caught in the unforgiving something that we know. The force is strong, the tide is high. It's like we can't let go. We float till we fall, pulled under until we lose it all. Like water, we float till we fall. There's no ending until we lose it all. Until we lose it
It's all in front of me. It's what you do. Can't get the best of me. I should have known this ain't all for show. We can't do this alone. No, it's all your own. Keep a high level. Opposites attract, though we're magnetic. It's getting closer, time to get it. license. Cigarettes, we smoked at 17. Nights we don't remember, but the friends we won't forget. We going out till they took our fake IDs. We don't know where we'll go, but we got wings and we can ride the wind. I don't wanna plan, I know it's hard to understand. An open road, that's how I like to live. Fools like us were born to run, just to feel the rush. We're dangerous. We don't want to wonder what we could have done. Let's be crazy while we're young. Crazy while we're young. We were born. Crazy while we're young. Crazy while we're young.
This is Lost in Dreams Radio. That last song you just heard was the Highland remix of Crazy While We're Young by Crystal Skies and JT Roach from the Crazy While We're Young remix pack that just came out not too long ago on Lost in Dreams. Before that, you heard a new one from Memba called Opposites Attract. And before that, Crystal Skies, Danny Olson, Like Water featuring Jadelyn. I am absolutely loving the music so far that's been coming out on Lost in Dreams. So I want to let you guys know right now that if you like this radio show and if you're excited about the festival or you want to find out more information about the label, head on over to their social channels at It's Lost in Dreams, and you can keep up with everything that's going on at the label, with the festival, etc. And if you want to get in touch with us about the radio show, use the hashtag Lost in Dreams Radio and hit us up. Send me song suggestions. All right, we're going to jump back into the music right now with a brand new record that just came out today from Illenium. This is called Heavenly Side featuring Matt Mason. Illenium has his massive trilogy show going on tomorrow. It's going to be the biggest single headline EDM show in the history of the United States. And there's a live stream for it. I'm sure tons of you who are fans of this kind of music are going to be watching that. I'm going to be watching it. I have friends and we know people who are going to be there. So if you're going, have so much fun. All of us are so excited for his next album to drop. It's out June 16th, and this is a cool song. I'm really digging this. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is Heavenly Side by Illenium.
Insomniac Radio.
I've got an anger problem. I've got a selfish need. I like to burn my focus just to watch my true colors bleed. I've got a taste for failure. I find it in everything. But I heard the voice inside you say I could be more than me. You can let go if you want to, 'cause I love you all the same. It's a long way down from here, but my heavenly side is coming alive if you want me. And I killed myself last year, but my heavenly side is coming alive if you want me. If you want me. It's a long way down from here, but my heavenly side is coming alive if you want me.
like a heat wave hits you right between the eyes. At a dive bar looking like Brooklyn in July. Sun melting off your tattoos on your thighs. Drunk off something I vaguely remember. It tasted like whiskey and rye. Get it out of your system, throwing up on the pavement. Hold your hair, I'm laughing, but my stomach's turning. Punk band playing Black Flag, my shirt faded chrome mags. Lead singer wearing dog tags, and you and me. You and me. We know who we are. Close to falling apart. Unapologetic art. Outcast from the start. We know who we are. We know who we are. We know who we are. Close to falling apart. Unapologetic heart. Outcast from the start. We know who we are. I better fall before you go. I barely found this way, you know. Everybody's suffering when you're down and out. Everybody's over getting loved, the same as old. 'Cause every love love you, all the doors left open. We're never really here for long. So I did what I thought
Insomniac Radio.
All right, guys, before I play you this next track, we have a special guest on the line with us right now, and it's Nurko. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing super well. For those who haven't been keeping up with the Nurko releases recently, this guy is absolutely on fire. He just put out, or you just put out, your recent release with Dabin and Donovan Woods, When This Is Over. Before that was Sideways with Illenium and Valet Broussard. Now, I've been following your career for some time now. We've kind of known each other. You seem to have your signature sound pretty dialed in for a while, but over the past year, you did kind of like mainly solo work with vocalists, obviously. Last year, I think you just had a collab with Trivecta, if I'm correct, but now back-to-back massive collabs with some of the biggest guys in the industry. It feels to me like some of the best work you've ever done. I heard you preview another with Adventure Club potentially on Twitter recently. I mean, have you been talking to these artists for a while now, or did the calls just like one day start coming in like, hey, collab, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like that. It was, a lot of them were sprang from actually like the remixes I did for them. It's specifically for like Illenium, I remixed his Take You Down. And then after that, he was like, oh, let's just work on a track. And then actually similar deal with Dabin when I remixed his Bloom song. So yeah, and then it wasn't all like at once, but it took like, I would say a few months span. I was just getting a lot more collab, questions where it got a little overwhelming at points where I had to like say, all right, I gotta hold off on some collabs just because I have so many I didn't even get to start yet. But yeah, no, cool.
So do you feel like your creative process has changed at all working with these artists? Clearly, you probably learn, every time, as a musician, I can say firsthand that when I work with another artist, I always learn things from them. But do you feel like it's changed your process at all, especially working with some of these guys that are like, so established, such masters of the craft?
I definitely learned everybody I collab with, I end up learning something with. Everybody I collab with was different, but I would say like the most I've learned probably would be from Illenium, where he's just able to, he works so fast. I work fast, but like he introduced me to like how fast because he's like knocking out albums like left and right, and I'm like taking my time and stuff, and I'm like when we collab, I'm just like, oh my god, you did all this like this quick. It was like I would say workflow. I learned a lot from Illenium, and since then I've been kind of trying to implement speeding up my kind of like creative process as much as I can without like forcing it. That makes sense.
Right. So you're already collabing with some of the biggest names in dance music right now. Let's go a little outside the box. If you could collab with any artist outside of electronic music in the next year on your path right now, who would that be?
I mean, it would probably be like some singers, just because a lot of my favorite artists are like not really alive anymore, or like they're not active. As far as like some singers go, I would definitely say like Halsey would be a vocalist I would love, but she's just absolutely one of the biggest singers in the world right now. She's actually from like near my where I live in New Jersey. Her, and then probably like another vocalist would be like Lana Del Rey. That'd be pretty dope. But then like people I would like to work with as far as like bands and stuff, it'd be like people that just aren't alive anymore, like Nirvana or Queen, or Queen still, but like Freddie Mercury and stuff. But I would say like a lot of indie rock bands and stuff that even like Juice WRLD would have been dope. But
yeah. So you just played your first sold out show back from the pandemic. I mean, talk about what it felt like to be back in that environment, and also being able to play a bunch of music that has grown your career since the pandemic started, and you got to play it for, maybe the first time for a lot of the kids, at least, that got to hear it, that came, so excited to see these records that you made.
Yeah, no, that was dope. It was kind of surreal because just like I was playing shows before COVID, and then just about to finally like go on tour with Dabin, and then right when it happened, it was like, oh, it's gonna happen. So that got like pushed back. It was like we had this whole year of just waiting and doing nothing and just chilling, and then finally this first show back, it just felt like this euphoric, almost like shock when like you started playing and you see a real like crowd reacting. It's just like so inspiring for like music as well, like just like to make more music. Shows were such a big part of it, and so It was really cool, and then people were really happy. I actually opened that set with Sideways, so that was kind of cool. People loved it. It was a good time, for sure.
Love it. So you're on the lineup now for the Lost in Dreams Festival, which was just announced last month. Were you excited when this offer came in? I mean, like, tell us about, excitement for the festival or just the label in general. I know you're talking with them about potentially putting out some music and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. I really like the idea of what they're going for with this kind of vibe of music, something that's really catered towards that. So, like, the whole festival that's geared towards that is just, I was super stoked when I saw that. I was like, oh, this is such a good idea. Like, I saw all the other artists that were on it as well. I was like, oh man, this is so sick.
It's going to be high energy. It's going to be good vibes for sure. So what else? We're going to play one of your new songs in a second. What else can the fans expect from you this summer? Maybe new music, obviously. And I know you just got announced for the Midas tour to add some dates on there.
Yeah. The Midas tour and then the Dabin tour. I'm on there. There's some dope shows coming up soon that I can't really quite announce yet, but it's going to be pretty exciting. But then as far as music goes, I have one more coming out in July, and then we're trying to squeeze this one in for August, but it might have to be September. I'm not 100%, but at least one more this month, though, for sure.
Well, I personally can't wait to see your growth this year. I really feel like this is the year where, Nurko becomes a household name.
That's right.
I appreciate you calling in, by the way, to spend some time with us here. I can't wait to see your set at the festival. And guys, since I played the Dabin collab last month on the show, I'm going to have to play the Illenium collab for you guys right now. This is Sideways, Illenium and Nurko featuring Valley Broussard here on Lost in Dreams Radio.
Thanks, guys.
You're in the mix on Insomniac Radio.
Hey, on the dashboard, I can see that your heart is breaking. I wish I could fast forward, take all your pain and erase it. Feet on the ground, even when we're upside down, rounding around, we'll never falling out. If the world is going sideways, I know my place is here with you. When all our good nights turn to dark days, I know I'll stay next to you. When your hope's gone,
right, guys, that's going to do it for us today on the second episode of Lost in Dreams Radio. If you like the show and you want to hear this music again or find out more about it, we have a playlist called Lost in Dreams on Spotify. If you just search Lost in Dreams, you'll have no problem finding it. If you want to find tickets and VIP packages and travel packages are on sale for the festival right now. Go to lostindreamsfestival.com to get your information and get set up. You do not want to miss the inaugural festival. It's going to be amazing. Until next time, have an amazing weekend, an amazing week. I'll see you guys next month for another episode of Lost in Dreams Radio. This is Taylor Kade signing off. Peace out.